Hello everyone, Yami here, and today I'm bringing you my Kuriboh deck. At least that's what I want to call it, because it's a mixture of chaos, danger. So normally I go with danger Kuriboh. Okay, no, danger chaos Kuriboh deck, if anything. But you can decide it at the end. So it's a mixture of some chaos monsters, because most of the Kuribohs are light and dark, so banishing them for the monsters is pretty dang handy. So it's a 40 card deck. Really enjoy it. Play it a lot of times against my pals and all that. So starting off, we're gonna go with 3 Kuribohs. Standard. Your opponent attacks, you can discard it. Any damage you take will be 0. Run 3 of those. And it's pretty good for Link Summoning and XYZing. So, there's that. That's also a bonus. And then we got our second card, which is Wing Kuriboh. Got that special art from the calendar of 2019. This one, you could set this monster, and if it's destroyed by battle or card effects, you don't take any damage this turn. So, it's good for going, first, if you want to, be precautious, if you will. Now, if you remember the movie, I'm talking about the 2017 movie, we got introduced to Clear Kuriboh. This one's really good. If this card's in your graveyard, you can banish it, draw 1 card, and if it's a monster that can be normal summoned, you can bring it out. It's great. I think it has another effect, but I'm not 100% sure. Oh, yeah. Like, if a monster that would inflict damage, you can discard, negate the activation if you do. Well, yeah, I mainly use it for that other effect, so really good. Could come in handy anytime that, works, I guess, yeah. And then we're going with 2 Rainbow Kuribohs. We got Wing Kuriboh that's a light. This one's a little bit more versatile, and it banishes himself, but that's for its own effect. Say your opponent's attacking you. You can put this card in the spell and trap zone and equip it to that monster, and then that monster can no longer attack. Say this card's in the graveyard, you can banish it, and then you don't take any damage from that attack. So, it's pretty neat. It's a pretty neat little Rainbow Kuriboh. Yeah. And then one of Kuribohs, we got Sphere. When a monster attacks you, switch it to defense. So it doesn't work on Link monsters, that's why it's a one of. And then another one of is Kuriboh. This one, if a monster is destroyed by a battle, yeah, you could send this card at the end of the battle phase, bring back that monster. And then also, if an opponent's attacking you directly, you can banish this card from the graveyard, special summon as many Kuriboh monsters from your graveyard. So I've been able to do this, and it's fantastic when you're actually able to pull it off. So I really like that. Of course, I only pulled it off like once, but that's besides the point, because it's a one-off, Alright, so now that was it for the Kuribohs. We got 1 Danger Tishinoku. Yeah, this one you could reveal it, and if it's not, if this card doesn't get discarded, you can special summon it and draw 1 card. But if this card is discarded, you get to summon it. So it's pretty dang handy. Explains why it's limited. You know what I'm saying? Next, we got Danger Jackalope. For this one, you can reveal it. All the dangers have the same effect. I'm pretty sure you should know this by now. If you don't, my bad, Bo. And special summon, if it's not the discarded card, draw 1 card, and then if it is discarded, you get to special summon a danger from your deck and defense. Pretty dang nifty. That is what it is, right? Yeah, that is that one. That one's also limited. And here's the last limited one. Danger Nessie. Pretty dang good. You could special summon it. Well, you reveal it, and if it's special summon, draw 1 card. And then if it's discarded, you can add 1 danger card from your deck to from the deck to your hand. Normally, I go for Jackalope when from Nessie's effect, but you can do whatever you want. But that's my take on it, if anything. Next is Danger Thunderbird. Same thing, but if it's discarded, you get to target one set card your opponent controls and destroy it. So it's a level 8. We got a lot of level 8s in this deck, so you can go for some rank 8s. Of course, I kind of don't do that because, you know, the base monsters are pretty dang good, so that's up to you, I guess. And then the last danger, I got Danger Bigfoot. If this card is discarded, you can target one face-up monster your opponent control, one face-up card your opponent controls, destroyed. And it's pretty bad if you're going first, because if there's nothing on their field and this is discarded, you're out of luck. But yeah, pretty dang good. Easy level 8. And then that is it for the Danger Engine. Here, since we're running so many Kuribohs, you're pretty much protected, guaranteed most of the time. So I am running 2 Nibirus, because, you know, if your opponent just keeps on summoning, and if it's big monsters, you're going to have something like a 9,000 monster on your opponent's side. So Rainbow Kuriboh that, oof, beauty. So 2 of these, self-explanatory. I mean, it is a pretty popular card. And then here's a one of my Abomination Unchained Soul. If a card is destroyed on your side of the field and you have this card in hand, you can special summon it, discard a card, and then target one card in your opponent's field and destroy it. Really good. It's a 3,000 beat stick for free if something gets destroyed on your side of the field, so it's pretty dang good. And, you know, it's a level 8, so rank at 8. Also, I've been thinking of putting Trading in this deck, but I don't know. I haven't really tested that out yet. And then for the Chaos Monsters, we're running 2 Blackluster Soldiers, Envoy of the Beginning. Pretty good. When you bring them out, you can, when it's on the field, you can target one monster on the field, banish it, but you cannot attack this turn. Or its second effect, if you attack with this one, an opponent's monster, you can make a second attack in a row, so that's pretty dang good. And then 1 Chaos Emperor Dragon, Envoy of the End. This one's pretty good. You probably know what he does because he's pretty popular. He was one of the original cards that got banned. And, you know, it's a heavy thing once you do his effect, you know, because that's pretty much the only thing you could do that turn if you try to pull that off. So, other Chaos Monsters. We got 2 Chaos Levianeers, 2 Chaos Dragon Levianeers, whatevs. If you banish only light, you can special summon 1 monster from your graveyard in defense. If you banish only dark, you can shuffle 1 card from your... You can shuffle 1 random card from your opponent's hand into the deck. If you banish both light and dark, destroy up to 2 cards on the field and does not target, yo. So that's pretty good. And for this one, you have to banish, you know, 3. Which, you know, it's not too bad, but, you know, whatevs. Now, this one is one of my key monsters. If you thought those Chaos Monsters were good, here's one of those Floodgate monsters with Arch Nemesis Echatos. You can banish this. You can summon this monster by banishing 3 monsters with different types. So we got fairies, we got dragons, we got fiends. Everything's in this deck mostly, and reptiles and the danger stuff. So that's really good. And you can declare 1 monster type, destroy all destroy all monsters on the field with that type, and no one can summon that type next turn. So you know it's going to be your opponent's turn, so you can't summon the declared type. And this one cannot be destroyed by card effects, so it can't be destroyed by its own effect. So it's pretty dang good, and it's a 3,000 beater, so you know pretty good. I think he could be searched out with that 1 Blue Eyes card. Can't think of it at the moment, so gonna leave it at that. And then for the last monster, I have 2 Odd Eyes Advanced Dragon. I know this deck is all over the place, but you could tribute summon this monster by attributing a level 5 or higher monster, and if you do, target. Does it target? I don't think it targets. You can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls and then burn them for that amount of attack that they have. It's pretty good. And then if you attack and destroy a monster, you can special summon a dragon from your graveyard in defense mode. So that's pretty dang good. I really like this card. And that is it for the monsters. Now we're moving on to the spells. Now we have 3 Flute of Summoning Kuribohs. Take 1 Kuriboh or win Kuriboh from your deck, and either add it to your hand or special summon it. Really good for the win Kuriboh to special summon it, and really good for Kuriboh to add it to the hand. So, you know. And if you're going to XYZ, pretty dang good as well. This one I turned it to 1 of. I used to have it a lot more, but most of the times, you know, my life points wouldn't go down because of the Kuribohs. 1 Generation Next. If your life points are lower than your opponent's, add to your hand one or special summon one elemental hero, but that's not really what we do. Kuriboh monster, that's what we do. Or Neospatial monster from your deck. Of course, we could add Grandmo, but you know, I'm not gonna do that because my friend gets pissed off. Yeah. And then we got 3 Dark Ruler, no more. Should have shown the card by now. Here we go. This one's pretty good. Pretty good for the current game, you know, 2021, crazy stuff. Negate the effects of all face-up monster your opponent currently controls, until the end of this turn. Also, for the rest of this turn, after this card resolves, your opponent takes no damage from your attacks. Yeah, and then neither player can activate monster effects in response to this card's activation. So really good at taking care of Dragoon. You know what I'm saying? So 3 of that. And then the last spell, 1 Raigeki. Pretty good. Destroy all monsters your opponent controls. And then that is it for the spells. And then we only got 1 trap. And it's something we got in Toon Chaos. Target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls. Send 1 light and 1 dark monster from your deck to the graveyard with the combined or less attack equal to that monster. And then it's pretty good because you could target a monster. I mean, that's pretty bad. But you could send a Kuriboh and a Winged Kuriboh to the grave. I mean, for the love of God. No, you could set up a Clear Kuriboh, which is actually better than setting up a Winged Kuriboh in the graveyard. So that is pretty dang good. And then, you know, fast stuff. And then for the extra deck, we got 2 Link Kuribohs. Easy monster to bring out. And then you could have fun. I don't know what I was going to say. And we got 1 Relinquish Enema. Pretty good. You can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls, equip it to this one, and then boom, this card gains that original attack. Pretty neat. And then 1 Nightmare Cerberus. You know, easy for special summon and removal. Of course, most of the time it's not going to be, you know, co-link, so you won't get that draw. But, you know, since we do run a lot of 8s, we got 1 rank 8 by the name of number 107 Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. Pretty amazing monster. So we run 2 of those. And then we run 1 Slacker Magician, 1 Silva Princess Sprite, yeah. And then 131, 1 number 31, yeah. And then 2 number 13s. These guys are really good if you can pull off their effects. This one's mostly a game player. 1 number 63. You can detach 1 XYZ from that, and then each player gets to draw 1 card at the next and your opponent's turn. So I mean, it's kind of good. But you do give your opponent card advantage, so that kind of sucks. But it might have bumped this up to 2. I don't know. Also, 1 number 1. I can't even see the name. Numeron Gate Xyz. Is that what it said? I don't know. But I'll use that to bump it up to this one and banish everything on the field, which is really good. And then 1 number 54 Lionheart. So that is it for this deck, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Yeah, let me know. Maybe there's something I could improve. I don't know. With that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed. I'll leave a comment in the comment section below. What do you think? Should I take out some Kuriboh? Should I put in some dangers? I don't know. With that being said, guys, I'll see you on my next video. My name is Yami.